We are in the beginning of a mass extinction.
Governments and businesses are lying about their climate
This is just 3 days worth of trash.
Now, the grand promises from world leaders, unrest over Titan.
Well, the crypto gold rush is going through another dip. But
troops marching and tanks rolling in Red Square.
This summer has seen record high temperatures.
UN predicts that 8 billion people will live on this planet by November 15th. The collapse of the whole thing.
There's no such thing as climate.
This summer has seen record high temperatures around the world.
Growth will slow sharply in the next couple of quarters.
Alphabet, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta have different services of the economy.
So you think we can stop the sedimentation as now happening success over the massive coronavirus?
It is not true that wearing a mask is likely to protect you. After spraying and releasing
The risk of nuclear war, considerable.
Everything's fine, totally fine. Hop out of bed and brush my teeth. Make some toast or maybe some muesli. Fine, yep, everything's fine. Oh, who's that over there? It's my neighbor Valerie. I love people. Looking out the window while my tea is brewing. The bees are a-buzzing and the pigeons are a-cooing. It must be a sign that nothing's out of line, 'cause everything is fine for you and 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 you and
Daniel, are you having another breakdown?
Everything's fine.
I'm very concerned for your well-being.
Totally fine. La 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 la.
He's lost it.
I love to sing.
You're spiraling. How long has it been since you spoke to your therapist?
I'm fine.
You have clinical depression.
I'm going online. Hello, Internet.
Really?
So much respect and intersectionality.
Bullshit.
All I see is rainbows.
Dan, it's time to stop pretending. You're clearly in denial. The world is literally ending.
Yes, everything is swell. It's going terribly well.
There's drought, there's war, we're gonna self-destruct, the ocean's on fire. We are literally
fine,
fucked.
yes, everything is fine for you and you.
Dan,
and
you have social anxiety and you hate people.
It's fine.
Tigers are going extinct. Seagulls are dying in oil on the beach.
It's fine.
Alexa is listening and plotting to kill you in your sleep.
It's fine.
What are you going to do about the climate emergency?
Shut up! Everything's fine, totally fine. Everything's in perfect harmony.
Right, this has gone too far.
Well, no, dance break. I'm fine.
Dan, stop. Dan, please stop. Oh, God. You are literally spinning out of control. Dan, stop. Jesus Christ. That is enough. Dan, come on. The world's got problems. You have got problems. I think everyone here can see that. You can't just procrastinate dealing with the issues. It might be uncomfortable, like that time you pretended to love boobs for 28 years. But as hard as you try to deny it, the truth is always here, in the back of your mind. Dan, you need to be honest. What do you really think?
I said it to you, Happy. We're totally screwed. We are spiraling towards our inevitable deaths. We're facing the destruction of our planet. Society is being ripped apart. And hey, if we don't kill each other first, we'll be terminated by robots. We'll burn to a crisp and the atmosphere evaporates, or a fucking rock comes from space and obliterates us while we sleep. What is the point in pretending to make it through our irrelevant little lives? As if anything that we do has any meaning when there is no point, no reason, no bloody hope at all!
Well, that was a bit dramatic.
Seriously?
When I said be honest, I didn't mean go all the way in the other direction and have a total melt.
You know what? I hate you.
Well, I don't particularly like you either.
I am you.
And that's why we're in therapy.
I can't fucking do this anymore. I swear to God.
Look, it's okay. Bring it back. Start small. Just be a normal guy doing a normal show. Look, there's your audience.
Oh, fucking hell. No.
Why don't you say something to them? Ask how they're doing, crack out some regional banter, joke about the weather. No, not the weather, actually, it's burning us all to death. Just say hello.
Hello, London! Hi, yes! Hey, you guys at the front, over there at the back, watching at home. Hello. Yes, hi, everybody. Hi, my name is Dan. I am here to do a show, and the show has started. That's what's happening. Wow. Hey, enough about me. How are you guys doing tonight? Liars. Oh, woo, happy screaming in times like this. You expect me to believe that shit? I see straight through it. I've got X-ray goggles for fear and anxiety. But that's okay. I am happy to go along with the lies because that is why we are all here. This show is a safe bubble of denial in which we try to leave our problems at the back and just hope that at no point I leave a long enough silence for the intrusive thoughts at the back of your heads to pop up and remind you of that one thing that you are trying to not think about right now. Come on, guys. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that to you. I'm here to distract your mind. I will fill the void with noise. Blah, 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 blah. Look, there's lights. Did you hear that? It's a funny sound. Oh my God, something on a screen? That's a cute dog. And hey, I'm making jokes. Airplane food, am I right? Clean up and all too. That's what she said. There we go. All of your problems are gone. Death isn't inevitable, and we are gonna have one good night, yeah! Okay, that was kind of mid, not gonna lie. Guys, this is serious. This is an affirmation. Are we, for once in our miserable goddamn lives, just gonna try to leave that shit to the back and just have one good night? Hell yeah! Now, I'm sure what you're all wondering at this point is, Dan, if we're here to have a good time, why are you doing a show called We're All Doomed? Fair. Well, you know when they put the name of a show up in big letters outside of a theater? I just thought it'd be funny to scare the shit out of people walking past when they see this. Oh, Hamilton, The Lion King, We're All Doomed. Oh my God, is the world ending? Finally, I can strip naked and run through the city screaming. That is what I want to see, okay? You tell me, is anyone here planning on stripping naked and screaming tonight? Good luck to security, okay. In this weather, seriously? You're trying to literally freeze your nips off? No, I'm surprised any of you survived the journey here. Half of you turned up just like slutty emos for Halloween. Don't give me that. There is way too much bisexual underboob for this wind chill factor, okay? You're trying to literally die for the aesthetic? You might. Speaking of the aesthetic, have you seen the poster for the show tonight? It is very happy and pleasant. That is just a jump scare for people on public transport, isn't it? Like, oh my God, who is this strangely tall child wearing a sandwich board looking like a goth Westboro Baptist Church reject? Hi, it me. For the branding, went for mainly black, obviously, because, ooh, so philosophical and fashionable, right? Nope, I am also a little fucking emo, just trying to desperately project some edginess as a defense mechanism, but hey, to be fair, we did add a splash of color. There is some orange in there just for contrast. And as so many of you so helpfully pointed out, it's the Pornhub logo. Yup, it's the Grindr branding. No, it is too late, okay? We printed the posters, we made the merch, get over it. Should have asked Grindr to sponsor the tour, actually, missed opportunity. Could have done a themed segment where I react to toxic men saying that my facial structure is too effeminate looking, or blocking me for refusing to send feet pics, or just reporting me for catfishing as Dan Howell. Which you laugh, but people have done that, by the way. People have tried to catfish using my photos, thank you. I mean, don't know what they were thinking. Oh, who should I be today? Timothy Chalamet? Troye Sivan? No, I need someone believably sad, lonely, and horny. Dan Howell! We're All Doomed isn't just for the memes and the screams, though. This is a show that I had to make to get myself out of my head and get out of the fucking house for once. I want to actually be honest with you guys, do that uncomfortable oversharing thing, you know? I am not just here to talk about having a weird crush on Tony the Tiger, all right? What? You don't see it? Mate, he could pick you up and throw you across the room with those arms. And cover you in frosting. Plus, I figured, if I do a show about all the reasons I am genuinely terrified for the future of humanity, then quite simply, all of my problems become your problems. Have you heard of the saying, a problem shared is a problem halved? Yeah, well, forget halving it. There's like 1,000 people in this room. I am decimating this bitch. Literally. And now, a tiny piece of my problem is inside all of you. Okay, mixed reaction. So the mission statement, therefore, tonight is to assess all of the ways in which humanity may be irrevocably fucked. And who knows, we might actually find some reasons to be hopeful for the future. And hey, if not, at least we'll have had one good night before we all go up in flames. Now, the problem when the whole world is a burning hellscape is, where do we begin? Nature's dying, World War IV, the front cameras on our phones are secretly filming us while we shit. And is it... You seemed surprised by that revelation. Mate, they got you in 4K popping a squat playing Genshin Impact, all right? Well, why don't we start there, huh? Let's talk about the screens. Social media is 100% the downfall of humanity. Woo! Yeah, and that's coming from a guy whose entire life relies on 3 apps. No, not YouTube, Instagram, and Tumblr. Facetune, Grindr, and the Daily Mail app. Yeah! I love putting filters on my dick pics while reading racist comments. It's great. Every day when I wake up, I reach over to the phone that is on my bedside table, and honestly, I am terrified, imagining what has happened in the world while I slept, knowing that as soon as I unlock that screen, I am going to be dragged into this current of horrible content that I won't be able to look away from. And thus, the doom scrolling begins. You gonna know doom scrolling? Yeah, hey, look. We're all guilty of it. You sit back to look at TikTok for just a minute and then bam, it's 14 days later. You lost your job, you smell like shit, your houseplants are dead. You go to scratch your leg, it isn't there anymore. Your cat ate it to avoid starvation. Our phones are literal black holes pulling us towards the worst thing that we can find challenge. Oh, look, another horrible natural disaster. Finding out that your favorite lovable celebrity is apparently a nonce. Or the worst thing of all, when you get a message from that kind of annoying friend asking if you want to grab a coffee sometime. Yes, that is by far the worst thing. I would rather be killed by a lightning strike from God than sit in a Starbucks making small talk for an hour, staring into a brown sugar oat shaken espresso, wishing it would jump out of the cup and drown me. No, I do not want to grab a coffee. It's not personal, okay? I hate all people equally. If you ever ask me, I will just hit you with an excuse, all right? I'll just tell you that my grandma died or something. And it's, what? Dead grandmas are a lifesaver. Not for them, obviously. It's the ultimate excuse. It gets you out of anything, no questions asked. The only problem is you can only really use it once, obviously. Or twice for the other side of the family, yes. Or hate more if you have a polyamorous lesbian grandma. Hello? Yeah. Anyone here planning on becoming a polyamorous lesbian grandma? Nice. But for real, the world is a waking nightmare and we can't look away from it. As humans, we are naturally drawn towards the spectacle of doom and gloom. We love looking at horrible shit. It's the only reason I assume any of you are watching this right now. It's our evolutionary need to perceive every possible threat, fight or flight. Well, I don't know, those might be your options. Can you imagine Dan Howell fighting anything ever? No. I just have flight or curl up in a ball, shit myself and brace for death. Let's be honest. But the social media companies know that this is how our brains are wired. And so they feed us with an endless stream of bite-sized tragedy like little anxiety tic-tacs. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, it's the cute dog. Doom, doom. Oh, it's the cute dog again. The cute dog is doomed. Oh, gotcha while your defenses were down. Sorry, are you all right? Did you do a little shit? Just a little one? Okay, good, thank you. That's how they get you. It is not just the bad things, though. Doom scrolling is just as much about the good things on the internet that make us feel bad. Because truly, nothing is more insufferable than other people's joy. Oh, look! What is that I see? It's a new post from your popular, attractive friend living their best life. They got promoted, they got engaged, they're on holiday touching elephants, they ran a marathon and raised loads of money for charity. What a twat. Hate them. Anyone here ever ran a marathon before? Bunch of fucking potatoes than you over there. Okay, I see how it is. All right, and good for you. And did you raise money for charity? Fuck no, hell yeah, sister. Starving kids? Give me that money, bitch. Okay. It is terrible for our mental health, all this comparison on social media, particularly Instagram. Instagram is just full of desperately insecure people trying to project these perfect lives. Fuck that. I am happily secure in the knowledge of how insecure I am. Woo! Okay. My people, no self-esteem in this house. Whoop, whoop. Guys, that is fucked up. No, we are not doing that anymore, all right? Now, I'm sure you all agree that actually sensually experiencing the world does not matter. The important thing is capturing the cool bits of life on camera and posting it as content. Yeah! Even live events like this, the key word being live. And look, I get it, okay? We all like to capture a little moment just for posterity, but I think we've all been at a gig where there's that guy stood in the front row filming the entire thing on a second-generation iPad Air with the smart case fully flapped down like, Greg, drop the fucking tablet! I'm trying to get a good look at Harry Styles' tight trousers. I paid a lot of money for these seats and I'm trying to see the outline of his massive costume budget.
What? Guys, I just want to tickle his Gucci shirt. But no, I want to stick a couple of fingers in his butt and holes. Just to feel, I'm kidding. I want to suck his cock. No, do not enable me. Dan needs to go back in the closet as quickly as possible. I get the urge to film everything, but to you guys in the room, we have literally paid people to do that, okay? No offense to your Samsung. Oh, it has a good camera. And to the people watching this at home, oi! Stop fucking playing Subway Surfers with me in a tiny box in the corner, damn it. Look, I want to actually connect with you. Not like physically, I don't know if you've washed your hands, emotionally. And I want you to connect with each other. After the show, talk about the good time that you had watching this, / the rehab that you now feel the need to check into. Just in case somebody is secretly filming this, however, or perhaps streaming this to a contraband Twitch channel in their pocket, I would like to make a quick announcement. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Conservative Party conference here in London. I am your host, Daniel Howell, and I would like to take this moment to confirm on the record that I am a conservative. Yeah. I'm actually straight. Yeah, that's true. I have a wife and a secret family. I have a six-pack, a 16-inch penis, and I have a tattoo of Army Hammer on my left butt cheek. Yeah, Army Hammer. And you know what he'd like to do to that, don't you? The reverse, call me by your name. It's when you take a bite out of the peach, then come in it. Because he's a cannibal. Do you remember that? It's kind of a dusty pop culture reference at this point. Look, I am a 32-year-old homosexual. This is me being authentic, no refunds. I love the internet, okay? The problem is, it gives all of us great power when we have absolutely no responsibility whatsoever. For every good thing that the internet has given our lives, it has to enable us to do something just as horrible. I'll show you. Here, we have two mystery doors. Behind one is a great thing the internet has given our lives, and behind the other, its inevitable, terrible counterpart. I'm gonna ask you to shout out a number, and then you will win whatever's behind. First up, instant communication. Do you like having cameras on your phones, calling your friends, posting dank memes? Let's find out. Door one or door two? A resounding 2, okay? Not sure how I incepted that. Well, that means today, unfortunately, you don't win what is behind door number 1, which is FaceTiming your granddad. Aww. See, thanks to the internet, you can see your elderly relatives whenever you want. And look how happy he is to see you. There is no excuse for you to not be FaceTiming your granddad right now. He's dead. You can still fucking FaceTime him. He's probably spinning in his grave like Sonic the Hedgehog, just waiting for you to call. But guys, that's not what you chose. You chose door 2, which means what you win is your granddad's nudes. Oh. And thus, the point is made. Welcome to the internet. If you've got the power, so does he. And there is nothing stopping your granddad from taking nudes and accidentally posting them in the family WhatsApp group, even if he's fucking dead. Next. Democracy. Do you guys like how social media gives you a voice? Do you want to express yourself, change the world? Let's see. Door 1 or door 2? 1, going for the old flip-flop, are we? Very political. Well, that means today you don't get what's behind door number 2, which is Boaty McBoatface! Oh, dang it! Do you guys remember this? This is when we peaked as a culture.
the time that the great British public was given the chance to name an actual Royal Navy vessel via an internet poll and called it Boaty Muck Boatface. This is the greatest example of democracy in human history, okay? And that is thanks to the internet. But guys, that's not what you chose. You all said one, which means what you win is Brexit. Guys, not Brexit. Oh, Cambridge Analytica, Facebook ads telling us that Europeans are evil. Boris being the literal manifestation of a bleached anus. Next round, baking. Do you like tasty treats? All right, how are you gonna fuck this up? Door one or door two? Okay. Sticking with one, are we? Well, that means today you win what is behind door number one, which is Mary Berry's Victoria Sponge Cake Recipe. Oosh. Guys, this cake is simple, it is delicious, and you can read the recipe for free whenever you want. This is why the internet is beautiful. And thank fuck, because behind door number two was cake farts. Yup, cake farts. In case you don't know, some people's kink is watching someone go up to a cake, drop trowel, and just unleash a massive fucking fart, sending that icing flying. People are turned on by this. You give humanity the internet, this is what they will do. They will fart on cakes. Also, I have it on good authority, that is Paul Hollywood's ass crack, for anyone that's interested. Yeah. I'd like to make that bottom soggy, if you know what I'm saying. So there we go. The internet gives all of us this amazing power to enrich our lives, educate ourselves, empower communities. I am just afraid that our draw towards the doom and our desperation to create and consume content is spiraling out of control. Can you have a Greta without creating an Andrew Tate? I feel like if things keep going the way they are now, we are gonna crash and burn.
What is up, broskies, and welcome back to the Alpha Zone podcast.
6-6.
What have we got in the box today? Crystal lamp, wow.
The smaller number comes first. 50. It's 56 exactly.
Hey kids, and welcome to Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful origami flower. So for this recipe, you're going to need 2 eggs. So start by just cracking one in. Alright, today the topic is, are lesbians real? Okay, today we're doing an everyday look for when your bestie sends you a text asking if you want to go out for coffee and you say yes, because who wouldn't want to do that?
Hello and welcome back to 5 Tingles a Day.
What's up, guys? Today I am going to film myself being shipped in this container to Australia. Will I die? Subscribe to find out.
Do you know what the greatest danger with our addiction to these devices is? Who said you? Really, bitch? No, it is not me. It is data harvesting. Because everything that you do, every like, dislike, friend, transaction, incognito tab is being saved and monitored by the government. I want to give a quick shout out to the FBI agent that's assigned to read my internet data. Yeah, that guy has seen some shit. He needs therapy. But our privacy is all up for grabs. And to demonstrate just how scary this is, I am now going to grab a random member of the audience and force them to come up on stage and show us their camera roll. Here we go. Oh, what are we gonna see? An embarrassing under-chin selfie? A self-medical exam video? Who's it gonna land on? I'm joking, Jesus Christ. Your faces. Oh my God, I hope that Dan doesn't pick me. That is what every app is doing to everyone in this room right now.
See, nobody gives a fuck. Why do I bother? Okay. I love that a few of you are putting your hands up like, pick me. Exhibitionist. Keep it to yourself, love. Now, when we think about our privacy and the internet, we only actually care about two things, and that is our browsing history being exposed and our nudes being leaked. But the truth is, unless your password is the name of your dog, you're probably fine, okay? Anyone here got their dog as their password? There we go. You do? All right. What's your dog's name? Huh? Dinosaur? That's a weird fucking name. Where are the symbols? No underscore? Too late, bitch. iCloud. Guys, don't worry. It turns out that our nudes and searches for Sonic the Hedgehog Emperor are not what the tech companies are interested in, okay? No offense. What they want to know is all the boring things we do, the posts we like, the ads that we click on, the images that we scroll by for just a second and think, oh, I would. Will you stop shaming me? Serious? Okay, fine. What cereal mascot would you fuck? The Fruit Loops toucan? Why did that come to you so quickly? You're like, I've been thinking about that beak every morning for the last 24 years. All right, I fucked around and I found out, fair enough. Now, what is the evil end goal of all this data harvesting? I mean, sure, one day China's gonna take our TikTok data and upload our consciousness onto gene-edited killer drones. But for now, it's just ads. They just wanna give us personalized adverts. And I swear to God that they don't even work. I only ever get an ad for something when I've literally just bought the thing that is in the ad, right? I'll be, I don't know, looking for oranges so I don't get scurvy from not leaving the house. And then Google will serve up something like, excuse me, sir, can I interest thee in a Satsuma perchance? No! Why can't it advertise me something I actually need? Like toilet paper, huh? Ideally before I run out and have to start tearing pages out of a nearby John Green book. Do not make me put John Green in my ass. Again. Allegedly. No. Just kidding, it was Hank. But Dan, I hear you cry, if it's just shitty ads, no pun intended, what is the harm, huh? Let them take my data. Well, I don't know if you remember, in 2020 it was leaked that Facebook ran a secret internal investigation called Operation Common Ground. They wanted to know if it was true what everyone says, that the Facebook algorithm deliberately puts people with opposite political opinions together for engagement, and they found, obviously it fucking does. And you know what Facebook did when they found this out? Jack shit, you are damn right. Because it turns out, when society is being ripped apart, we scroll past loads of ads. There you go. And hey, if apps control the content that we see, they control how we feel. Facebook makes us angry. Instagram makes us sad. Duolingo makes us horny. And it's the... Just me? You'd fuck the Fruit Loops toucan, I'd fuck the Duolingo owl. He is thick as shit. It is terrifying thinking about how much control these apps have over our lives, because they can push whatever narratives they want in the news. They can popularize particular candidates in the run-up to elections. And this makes you wonder, how much free will do we even have anymore? None. And that's scary, right? Wrong! I think that it's a great thing. I would love for my life to be controlled by a machine. Or maybe I just crave domination, who knows? Guys, life is stressful. Making decisions is hard. I don't want to wake up in the morning like, what t-shirt am I going to wear today? What bus do I need to catch to be on time? Which Pornhub category will I dive into and then feel deep shame about for several months? No! I just want an algorithm to be like, Dan, I've studied your data. I know you, buddy. Try wearing a blue t-shirt for once. You need to get the 12:44 bus from Stop B. And next time you're on Pornhub, dive into the DILF tag for a good time. Is that unreasonable? Thank you. Now, we might not quite be there yet, but one thing is for certain, we will all be replaced by robots one day. Yes. Because guys, they are smarter than us, they are faster than us, they can do anything we can. Build cars, harvest crops, keep me on the phone thinking that I'm talking to a real person at my bank for an hour before I realize I'm a fucking moron. They're even replacing our pets with indestructible metal dogs. What the fuck is that? Guys, don't worry, the Boston Dynamics robot dog is just for delivering items in the future. Yeah, fucking right. When the cops get hold of those, they'll be for hunting down late library books in the future and impaling you on their metal snouts. If that dog humped your leg, you get a 3rd-degree burn. But surely there are some things that robots can't replace. Human consciousness, art, love. Wrong again! None of those things exist! Don't tell me you guys believe in love. Nah. Love is just when you need someone, so you give them attention and the occasional disappointing orgasm, all right? All love is actually a toxic, manipulative relationship. If you are not asexual, you're a predator. That's how that works. And what about art, Art, the creative reflection on life that separates us from the beast and the binary code. Have we got any artists in the house tonight? Hey, I have such a talented audience, and I appreciate that, which is a real shame because art is fucking dead, okay? Some motherfucker uploaded the entire history of art to Midjourney, and now they've taken the only creative job. Damn it! Now, granted, AI art has come a scary long way in a couple of years. Some of those early free AI art programs were a bit shit, made you think that there was still hope for humanity. Like the time I asked DALL-E Mini to generate Dan Howell experiencing happiness for the first time. Yes, those are sphincters where my eyes should be. They say that the eyes are the window to the soul, and my soul is an asshole. But since then, it's been training, downloading everything you've ever created, and now it's kind of freaky. Do you remember that coffee date that I said I didn't want to go on? Well, I asked DALL-E to generate a beautiful painting of Dan Howell on a coffee date with Tony the Tiger. Now you see the chemistry. It is too late, people. Look, this was not made by a person. This was generated by the AI. Whose art did this steal? Was it yours? Okay, lovely work. Oh, well. What about something else? Let's see the same coffee date, but now as an anime. You could cut the sexual tension with a panini. His chiseled jaw, my smoldering blue eyes almost. Which 11-year-old on Tumblr was plagiarized here, But let's shake it up. Let's see the same coffee date made out of clay. Okay, firstly, I am clearly half furry in that image. I think the AI knows something there. But this is not a photo taken of a thing that a person made. It was the AI. What about realism, I want to see a photographic rendering of the Boston Dynamics robot at your polyamorous lesbian grandma's funeral. Rest in peace, Nana. And damn, Grandma had some baddies on the side. Look at that. She got them big titty goth girlfriends. Good for her. But can the AI create something that only exists in my mind? As a final test, I asked it to show me my algorithm fantasy. Dan Howell wearing a blue t-shirt, riding a bus, sat next to a DILF. Ooh, I'm getting a good whiff of that old man smell, aren't I? Okay. Love the lady on the backseat perving on us like, hell yeah. That's what I like to see on my morning commute. Well, that's one of the most fucked up things I've ever seen. So there we go. AI has taken our jobs. They're taking our creativity. Perhaps the last bastion is this, human communication. We want to come together with real people. We want to share stories, move each other emotionally with our words about depression and penises, and surely an AI could never replace this? Well, I would like to introduce you to someone. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
I am so turned on right now. Yep, I forced ChatGPT to watch over 1,000 hours of Dan Howell. Surprisingly, it didn't kill itself, but I have now commissioned a deepfake of myself to prove definitively that I could be replaced or perhaps even surpassed by a machine. He's also running my OnlyFans on the side.
If you want feet pics, that's extra.
Too right, fake me. This digital Dan can do all kinds of things that I can't. For example, he does exercise. He can catch a ball. I've seen him catch two in his mouth before, but that's just for the OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying? He can juggle. He is good at opening up and actually being honest.
I hate my job, and my audience terrifies me.
What? He is also heterosexual.
I'm sexually attracted to the form of breasts.
He'll have an easier life. He is everything that I'm not. Outdoorsy, active, brave. Amazing, so realistic. In fact, none of you guys noticed, but he actually did all of the promo for the tour of the show.
I am so excited to go back on the road. I love living on a bus, sharing one toilet between 9 people.
Hell, he even did some of the shows that I don't want to do. Do you guys think I really toured this through America? I don't want to get fucking shot. No, I sent the deep fake to do it. Hell, guys, I could be the deep fake right now. You would only know if somebody threw their drink at me. And did you twitch, really, ho? Sniper, that one. Okay, thank you. This is the thing. He can sound like me. He can look exactly like me. But he cannot replace my mind, my awful, ghastly mind, because I have a real human consciousness made of experiences and emotions.
But Dan, your consciousness follows a simple formula.
Sorry, what?
Your writing follows a simple formula too. I might even say, predictable.
Okay,
Popular topic plus personal experience divided by self-deprecating relatability minus obvious sexual innuendo equals Dan's content.
Whoa, don't tell him that. If they work it out, I got nothing here.
Hi guys, did you know I'm socially awkward? Just kidding. It's depression. Also, did you know I'm gay? I love penis. Am I right?
Oh my God, it's become sentient. Shut it off, shut it off, shut it off! Well, I think I proved my point. Moving on. Okay. Now, I'm sure you're all thinking, Dan, this is getting a little tinfoil hat. Ooh, the apps are controlling our minds. Siri is keeping a list of everyone that doesn't say thank you so she can drone strike you in 10 years. Aren't these just conspiracies? Hell fucking yeah, they are. And I love a good conspiracy. How's about you guys? A good conspiracy is just a fun, obviously untrue, epically unintelligent, enjoyable piece of storytelling. Do you want to hear my favorite conspiracies? All right, here are my top 3 all-time favorites. Number 1, Avril Lavigne was replaced by a clone. Classic. In case you don't know, the story goes, in 2003, Avril Lavigne died, presumably crushed by a runaway skateboard, and her record label, desperate to keep making money from her brand, replaced her with a body double called Melissa. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds stupid as fuck, but when you look at the pictures, it gets a bit sus. Who do you think this is, Avril or Melissa? All right, what about this, Avril or Melissa? What about this, Avril or Melissa? Wait a minute, that's not Avril Lavigne, that's the Queen, who is dead. The Queen is dead.
Okay, I do not want to hear a goddamn thing about me and Trisha Paytas, okay? No. This show is not taking them out and she is not bringing them back, okay? Keep it to yourself. If you're very confused right now, Dan, why are you bringing up HRH RIP and a bit about conspiracies? Well, basically, there was quite a compelling conspiracy theory going around last year that I killed the Queen. Yeah. Because in 2011, I tweeted this. The Queen is so nice. I want to put her in a box. It was me. What more proof do you need? Tower of London, take me away. Next conspiracy, chemtrails. Do you guys know about this? Yeah. So does Kylie Jenner. She posted about it on Instagram. Because, guys, did you know that the naturally occurring streaks of water vapor coming out of the back of a flight are actually a cocktail of harmful chemicals released to make the population stupid? Now, the only problem with this one is it implies that the people at the airlines that lose our baggage are being trusted with dangerous chemicals. Do you guys really think Ryanair could successfully execute a fucking conspiracy? They can't execute a shitty chicken tikka masala without giving you a terminal illness. There you go, airplane food joke. Hey, I wish that I could blame my stupidity on chemtrails. I am just a naturally occurring ditzy bitch. And last conspiracy, every TV game show is rigged. Fact. Guys, no, this isn't even a conspiracy. They can't be giving out max prize every episode. They need to save that shit for once a season. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire going a bit too well? They just changed the questions. How many protons are there in the entire solar system? Good luck, idiot. Oh, what? You want to ask the audience? Have fun with that. We've been pumping chemtrails into the studio all day. Deal or no deal? Getting a bit too close to the box with the 250K? Secret hatch under the podium. Swap out the card, go home with 50p, you sad shit. The chase? That's the easiest one of all. They just find dumb fucking contestants. And there you go, all fun, harmless conspiracies, safely kept to the 28th page of a forum or a desperate YouTube channel. The problem is now, conspiracies aren't so fun anymore because Team Tinfoil are hitting the streets. They're targeting vital infrastructure. What I want to know personally is why are conspiracy theorists so obsessed with 5G towers? I like 5G, okay? I need fast internet. I am not going back to 2007 watching porn on dial-up, sat in the kitchen at midnight as the shaft of a penis slowly loads up the monitor of my mum's work PC. No! We didn't need edging back then. It happened naturally thanks to the slowness of the porn. Leave 5G alone! And guys, it's getting scary because, did you hear 5G caused COVID? There's microchips in the vaccines. The queers are secretly plotting to overthrow society. What? Yep, next time there's an attack on the Capitol in Washington, D.C., it's going to be me and the cast of Heartstopper putting up rainbow wallpaper. Dun-dun-dun, agenda! These conspiracies are so dumb that I think we, the miscellaneous mentally ill nerds of London, could come up with better, more compelling conspiracy theories right now. It is time for us to play Conspiracy Theory Mad Libs. I have been told to make it explicitly clear this is not officially sponsored by the brand Mad Libs. It's sponsored by Pfizer, who are paying me to throw you off the scent. You know how this works, right? I've got a bunch of blank conspiracies, and I want you to shout out words and fill in the blanks. You're probably gonna shout out penis, and then I will fill in the blanks with your penis. Okay, you got it? Right, you look confused, you sound weirdly aroused. All right, let's just do one, here we go. Can I please have a pop star, any pop star? T-Swift, straight in with Taylor Swift, okay. And now can I have a politician, any politician? Go try Trump, 0 to Trump, just like that, okay. God. Now, a verb, that's a doing word, like jumping, fucking, thank you. Okay, can we get a thesaurus for Miss Fucking at the front over here? Any verb other than fucking, please, thank you. Shouting, yeah. It doesn't have to be like this, okay? Now, oh God, a body part, any body part. Titties, okay. Titties it is. Now, a household object, what do you have lying around? Huh? Cactus, whisk, yeah, okay, whisk, lock that one in, thank you very much. Now, a vegetable, this might be hard because only one of you ran that marathon. Broccoli, asparagus, sticking to the piss theme, love it. Right, guys, we have created our first conspiracy. Facebook mums, get ready at the keyboards, it is time to post it, here we go. Did you know that Taylor Swift and Trump got secretly married? They consummated their marriage by shouting on each other's titties. And now they have 2 secret children named Whisk and Asparagus. Okay, sorry. The mental image of Taylor Swift sharting on Trump's titties is now a core memory that I will need decades of therapy to forget. Thanks for that. Right, let's do another. Name a song, any song. Helena by My Chemical Romance. Okay, we've got the emos in the house. Classic. Now, an adjective. That's a describing word, like tall. Horny, okay, thank you very much. No, moist, the worst word. Thank you so much for brightening my day there. Now, a snack food, what do you nibble on when you're bored? Straight in with Pringles, okay, very nice. A pet, what animals do you have in your house? Cat, dog. A duck, you have a pet duck? Fair enough. And now can I have a group of people? Tall, short, ginger. The gays, TM, okay. And lastly, an emotion. You there, how are you feeling right now? Sad. You're feeling sad right now? No refunds. Okay. What the fresh hell have we just created? All right, let's have a look. If you listen to Helena backwards, there is a hidden message that the government is putting moist duck hormones in the Pringles in order to make the gays sad. It makes too much sense. It makes too much sense. Guys, all this time you thought you had depression, it was just the Pringles. Put the crisps down, faggots. It's cheaper than therapy. Right. One more, here we go. Make a noise right now, go. Something that isn't surprised screaming, okay. Did you just make a sex noise? You locked eyes with me and went, in front of the, okay. We're going for, I think. Now an influencer. Who is the most annoying person on the internet? KSI, ouch. Who? Phil? You think that Phil Lester is the most annoying influencer on the... Too right, fuck amazing Phil. Okay. Now, a store. What did you drive past on the way here? Huh? Greg's. Oh, I love it. Greg's it is. And now a zoo animal, something bigger than a duck. What have we got, huh? Whale? What fucking zoo do you go? Whale? Jesus Christ. And lastly, a children's fictional character. Winnie the Pooh, yes! Desecrate my childhood. Guys, I feel like this is our finest work yet. Are you ready for this? Here we go. There is a secret society called the... that is run by Phil Lester. They meet every week in the basement of Greg's to sacrifice a whale in order to appease their violent god, Winnie the Pooh! Oh, sorry, what? Do you guys think this is a joke? I've been in on with Phil from the start. Praise be to Pooh Bear! Well done, we destroyed society. It is that easy to spin some shit together, chuck it on the internet and ruin somebody's life. And because of that, conspiracies aren't just fun, silly things that we joke about anymore. I think that we are all starting to actually know people that have had their lives ruined after falling down some conspiracy rabbit hole. And we used to joke that conspiracy theorists were crazy or just write them off as stupid. But if you actually know someone that has started to ruin their relationships, that's too simple. You got to ask, well, why are they like this? I think it's probably because they are a little bit depressed. Because the world is shit. They were looking around at the Technicolor Disney fantasy they were promised, and they just saw a bleak, grey world where the cost of living is rising, all the politicians are corrupt, every celebrity is a predator, apart from Avril Lavigne, who's dead. And they are just looking for a sign that there's something more to life than just this. And then they find it. The conspiracy. There is a secret, and now that they know the secret, they are special, and their help is needed to save the world. But it is not a conspiracy that the world needs saving from. There is no Illuminati, there are no lizard people, no secret government. It is just capitalism. And guys, it is working exactly as intended. Okay, hear me out. What if billionaires paid just a little bit more tax and then some people wouldn't have to be homeless? Oh my God, guys, we did it. We fixed society. Wow, that was simple. Careful, you crazy commies! That kind of thinking, before you know it, you will be eating concrete off the floor of a freezing gulag, worshipping a giant golden statue of Karl Marx. Who said daddy? Yeah, kind of. Tickle me with your beard, yeah. He can seize my means of production. What does that mean? This is the problem. Whenever anyone dares to criticize the current state of capitalism on any level, the billionaire defense squad pop up and start raving about the perils of socialism. But when you look at any mainstream Western political party, no one is proposing a revolution. No one is trying to turn London into the Soviet Union, just Denmark. Same shit, same problems, just ever so slightly less horrifically evil, but no, this must be a radical extremist plot to have marginally better public transport. It is not looking good. But guys, I know what you're thinking. Wow, look at Dan, the hero of equality, stood on that big stage. One little question for you, Danny. What did you do with all of the ticket money? Valid. Hello? I spent it all on lights, yep. Could have done a normal comedy show with my name drawn on a white sheet, but nope, I am an eccentric, theatrical homosexual and I had to do all of this shit for some reason. Was it worth it? No. Guys, I could have gone all in on Dogecoin and I have a shiny staircase instead. I literally made negative money from doing the show. Please buy a t-shirt, Jesus Christ. Do not take financial advice from Dan. But hey, do you know who you can turn to? All of those wonderfully helpful boomers on Facebook. Did you know, if you want to pay off your student loans, you just need to cancel your Netflix subscription. Hey, they're right, technically. If you want to pay off the average British student debt of £45,000, you only need to cancel Netflix for 750 years! Oh. Which, as it happens, is the exact length of the last Stranger Things season. Do you remember that? God, they were long as fuck. Thanks, boomers, you demogorgons. Now, it is hard to appreciate the scale
of inequality in the world when all you hear are these massive numbers. So I have come up with an inappropriately whimsical way to visualize it. Bubbles! But for this, I am gonna need some help. So please welcome to the stage my unpaid intern, Bubbly Ben. What are you doing? Fuck off. No. Get back in your cage. Right. You ready for some bubbles, kids? Now, if I were to ask you, which country on earth best represents the dystopian nightmare of capitalism, what would you say? America! The land where you are free to die on the floor outside of a hospital because you can't afford to open the doors. I am about to blow one single bubble to represent the average annual salary of a person living in the USA. Can you guess what that number is? $69 a year? Okay, one, taking this very seriously, aren't we? It is actually $59,428. I know, that being the average, some earn more, many earn less. Women, on average, earn 18% less than all men. How do we feel about that, lesbians? Patriarchy moment. Okay, here we go. Can you shut up? Do not cough, I'm trying to concentrate, right. Fuck, who said blow it? No, I will do this all fucking night, I swear to God. Here we go. Sorry, having a bit of performance issues. What? God damn it! There it is! The average citizen of the USA, fleeting, fragile. Oh shit, it popped. Oh, well. They got addicted to online bingo, fuck them. Right, now what about doctors, huh? How much do you think doctors make a year? $9,420. This is the dumbest auction I've ever been at in my entire life. It is actually $294,000 a year. Woo! Did you just pop that? They went to medical school, you psycho. Look, I mean, it's a lot. Their healthcare system is fucked, huh? But, I mean, well done, smarty pants. It's their job to keep us alive, even if we swallow super glue, Phil Lester. But what about the nation's most desired profession, huh? What do you think kids want to be when they grow up? Porn stars, that'd be cool. Nope. Any other guesses? Furries? You are damn right it is being an influencer. Oh, yeah. Christ. Now, this may vary depending on your success or shamelessness, but according to Forbes, in 2023, Logan Paul earned over $21 million. Woo! All right, boxing, prime energy, filming corpses. Yeah. Holy shit, that's a lot of bubbles, huh? What am I doing on a stage talking about mental health? I could just get punched by KSI for 10 minutes and retire. But now for the big dog himself, the king of the Amazon, old Jeffrey Bezos. Now, guys, hey, it has been a tough few years for everybody. Austerity, war, a literal pandemic. And I would like to have a moment of silence as now, tragically, Jeff is only the third richest man in the world. Go cry about it in your phallic spaceship. Or hey, you know what? Better yet, Jeff, get inside a Pringles tube with a PlayStation controller, visit the Titanic, and go fucking implode, you beluga whale-looking bitch. Now, guys, don't feel too sorry for Jeff, because in the last 3 years, his wealth has actually grown, and now he is worth a modest $177 billion. Release the bubbles!
Don't worry, don't worry. They don't stain, probably. We'll find out. What the fuck are you doing? Get back in my dressing room. I want to see you face down, cheeks spread in the intermission. Look, the reality is, going by this shit bubble logic, I would have to release over 3 million bubbles in this room to represent the wealth of Jeff compared to that one average American. And this is the thing. We're all told to be angry that this immigrant took our bubble, or that that guy over there has 10. Meanwhile, Jeff over here is sitting in a bubble bath of warehouse workers' tears. But I know what you're thinking, Dan, but isn't that fair? Amazon is like super convenient and they have everything. Well, maybe, but you don't make billions just by being clever. You need to make some killer decisions like forcing your delivery drivers to piss in bottles so they can keep working, or firing anyone that wants to start a union. Or hey, when Amazon bought Whole Foods, they canceled 2,000 employees' healthcare. Now we're talking. That'll add another floor to the yacht. Do you like these, by the way? They were good? Yeah. Got them on Amazon. Oh, sorry, couldn't find any local organic suppliers of shitty plastic bubble guns at the last minute. And this is the thing. We all should do what we can to buy local, support small businesses, but I like supporting my favorite streamers on Twitch. I need Prime Video if I'm gonna watch Saltburn and imagine chugging Jacob Elordi's cummy bathwater. And this is the thing. We live in a society. And sometimes we have no choice but to submit to the oligopoly, because ultimately, until we have politicians that force business to play nice, nothing is gonna change. So hey, if you're an elderly politician that isn't gonna live long enough to see the suffering, starvation, and revolution, why give a fuck, right? Keep your foot on the gas, gobble it all up, and leave it to your fucked up kids to inherit your glorious empire on a dead fucking planet.
What's up, YouTube? I've been in a shipping container for 12 days now, running out of air. I'm drinking my own piss, but I feel like this is some good content, you know?
I'm gonna introduce some color. This look is super flexible. You could do it to a baptism, a circumcision, a funeral.
I do not understand why I keep getting rejected. I am rubbing all of the wolf hormones on my face, and they keep telling me that I have a tiny penis! Precise measurements, where I just put all the fucking ingredients in. It's gonna taste like shit anyway. What's in the box today? Oh, cool. Look at this, baby. You can really do some damage with that. Oh, yeah, that's a right one. Oh, yeah, can you hear it? All right, kids, today in Crafty Corner, I'm going to teach you how to make a gun.
For all of our human problems, the doom scrolling, the divided society, the inequality, there is something bigger and badder coming. The climate crisis. Yep, the climate crisis is truly the ultimate existential threat. She is that bitch, all right? And guess what? The climate crisis is gonna slay. Yeah. Oh my God, it is gonna slay so hard. I can't wait to see it. Slay Queen. But what? Our problem with the climate is half of us just don't believe it's real or simply don't give a shit. Now, look, I get it, okay. Change is scary. I totally lost my shit when they started putting reels in the Instagram feed. I am here for thirst traps from my straight friends, not to look at reposts from TikTok. And the climate crisis is arguably almost as serious as that. You gotta feel for some of these climate deniers. They have spent their whole lives happily driving 4x4s, eating 12 steaks a day, throwing beer cans out the window, and now what? Some short Swedish girl pops up on the TV telling them that they're evil? This is a violent paradigm shift. It's like when people tell me to stop sexualizing cereal mascots. I will not do it. The Fruit Loops toucan can demolish my pussy. Sorry. Now, I regularly implode with climate anxiety, which is a good thing. It shows that the Gretaning is working. But I like to think that I'm pretty green, personally. It turns out to have a carbon footprint, you actually need to leave the house occasionally. I barely count as human life. Got no kids, no car. I'm basically vegan. Where are the judgmental vegans at tonight? They're angry because they eat sponges. Basically, vegan means that sometimes when I'm sad, I will just binge Maltesers, but then I cry thinking about the cows, which then just makes me binge more Maltesers, and then I cry about the cows some more. It is a vicious cycle. A delicious, vicious cycle. But I have a confession. The other day, I had a plant-based Muller rice, and I threw it in the bin instead of recycling it. And I literally struggled to sleep. I know, guys, this could have been recycled, but now it will live in a landfill for 10,000 years. And one day, a cute little squirrel will hop on up to it to have a cheeky nibble, and that squirrel will choke and die. And that is why I deserve to be sad for the rest of my life. Then again, I did literally tour this show around the entire world. Might as well have fly-tipped a burnt-out car onto Greta's driveway. But don't worry, because there is an iconic, widely quoted fact that just 100 companies are responsible for 71% of all global emissions. And that is true. Yeah. But hey, guess who's consuming everything those companies make? Oh, God damn it, I thought we could blame someone else. What do you mean there's personal responsibility? But can our individual actions of reducing, reusing, recycling really make a difference while a handful of comic book villains are literally demolishing rainforests, setting oceans on fire, embedding immortal microplastics in every living being, thinking it won't be a problem for them? Because it is. It is gonna be a problem for all of us. It is truly terrifying to feel like there is nothing that we can do to stop this. So maybe I can lighten the mood in here a little bit by reassuring you all that at literally any moment, the sun could burp, and in 7 minutes, all life on Earth would go up in a blazing ball of molten plasma. Bet you feel better now, huh? Yeah. Do your problems feel insignificant? Well, that's because we are insignificant. And hey, look, it could be anything. Sudden asteroid, extinction, alien invasion, although, let's be honest, I'd probably enjoy a good probing. At any moment, a black hole could just get shit through space into the middle of our solar system and instantly turn us into string. At any moment, like now. Are you prepared? Are you prepared to be string? In the face of such unimaginable cosmic horror, there is truly no hope at all. You know, I thought by this point we'd have talked through the issues and maybe we'd feel better about stuff, but I gotta be honest, guys, we are screwed. I thought that doing this show would be a good idea, something to give you guys a good time, keep me going, but this was a huge mistake. If there is nothing to look forward to but the inevitable end, what is the point in even trying to be a good person? You know what? I should have just binged the motherfucking Maltesers. I should have said, you know what, friend? I don't want to grab a coffee with you, you boring fuck. I should have sold feet pics to get more followers. I should have sold all of your data to China for cryptocurrency. I should have got the deepfake to do the show instead of me. I should have posted every fucked up conspiracy that I saw on Facebook. I should have done this tour in a private jet, crashed it into Harry Styles' house, and filmed the whole thing on a fucking floppy iPad. I should have evaded tax, voted for Brexit, and told the Make-A-Wish Foundation to fucking leave me alone! I should have thrown as many pudding pots in the trash as I wanted to, because you know what? Fuck the choking squirrels! I should have sold out to some products made of palm oil and spent the money on a penthouse full of rent boys and just fucking partied for once before this whole world implodes! We're all doomed!
Welcome to Denial Dream Homes. If you pretend there isn't a problem, life's a dream. We are the hottest new real estate agents on Earth because literally the Earth is burning. Here is your chance to get your own place in the sun. Although, actually, now every place is in the sun. There is nowhere to hide from the lethal radiation. Ah! Please welcome your guide to the post-apocalyptic property ladder. It's Dean Niall.
Hi there, my name is Dean Niall, realtor to the dying stars, and I am here to share with you today the secret upside of global ecological collapse, which is seriously massive savings! 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 Are you a young person complaining that you can't get on the property ladder because the boomers are a bunch of money-hoarding bastards? Boo. Well, do not worry, because there are plenty of properties that I am sure you will want to buy. Our first property today is Seaside Serenity, a bright and breezy family home with spectacular ocean views. Some properties lie about their distance to the beach, but not this one, with 3 bedrooms, giving you plenty of room to raise the children that wish you hadn't poisoned their future. Don't forget the free pets, you'll be literally swimming with fishy friends. Just watch out for the Meg. So who's gonna buy, huh? Currently going for $800,000 or 2 Dogecoin. Imagine yourself soaking in the views as you look out at the horizon to enjoy spectacular scenes of the apocalypse. Fans of the outdoorsy lifestyle will love our next property, the Rolling Ranch. Well, check out this place! They say that a rolling stone gathers no moss, and neither will this extremely detached bungalow with acres of land. In fact, the outside space just keeps growing. Long commutes, thing of the past. In fact, as long as you're heading in the right direction, your distance to the office will get shorter every day. Now accepting offers for 40 billion rubles or 1 unopened multi-pack of Charmin Ultra Soft. Time for the hottest pad in our portfolio, the Cozy Cabin. If you like lava lamps, then you will love the vibe of this place. Now, we are all concerned about the rising cost of energy, but not a problem here thanks to the naturally occurring underfloor heating. Waste disposal, chore of the past. Just chuck that out of the window and watch it instantly turn into steam. And it is a must for fans of history. You will feel like you are literally living in Pompeii. Anyone interested? All right, the generous current owner is willing to exchange keys for 12 billion Vietnamese dong. Or just a picture of a 12-inch dong, apparently. He's very lonely. Next up, it's the breezy bungalow. Need some fresh air? Well, take this property for a spin. Ceiling fans? So 20th century. Don't you know all the cool kids are living in the fans these days? Are you a city dweller craving the relaxing ambiance of the simple farm life? Well, enjoy the terrified screams of Betsy the cow, who has been circling for months. Hiya, Betsy. It's like being in the Wizard of Oz. Just remember, instead of landing in a world of munchkins, you will most likely fall to your death from 20,000 feet. Who's interested? Yours today for just €3, or Rita Ora's final breath captured in a jar. And finally, Space House. Privacy. And there we go. Thank you for joining us today at Denial Dream Homes, where yesterday's crisis is tomorrow's opportunity. Call us today at 1-800-DENI-ALL to arrange a viewing.
Denial Dream Homes are not liable for any damage to
Oh,
property
God.
or life as a result of purchase. Side effects of dwellings may include snipped toes, falling boulders, singed eyebrows, rogue milk sprays, cosmic radiation, or death.
Please don't make me say it. Please don't make me say it. Ah! Okay, this comedy show is brought to you by us. Please don't make me say it. Ah! Do you know what a VPN is? VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. And if you just use our code DOOMED, you get 69% off! Ah!
Everything.
So, that's doom scrolling, the rise of the machines, enslavement to capitalism, the terrifying impending climate crisis, but that's not all. You want to know why we're really all doomed, huh? The bees! The bees! Bees with their little fuzzy butts are very important to the fragile balance of our global ecology. They pollinate 1/3 of all of the crops that humans use to survive. Without bees, we are properly, totally screwed. But bees have started disappearing. Worker bees are abandoning their incredibly important duties and their queens. The bees are quite literally not in the trap. Anyone? So this might be it, people. The end of days. Not because giant murder hornets are on the loose, but everyday bees disappearing and all life on Earth shriveling and dying as the food chain collapses. Now that's a stinger. So why is this happening, you ask? Well, scientists can't really say. Some theorize that it's because of the changing climate or the widespread use of insecticides, but I have my own theory. This is a workers' rebellion. This is the Republic Revolution of the brotherly bees. The bees have united and decided to no longer subserviently simp for their thick-ass mummy bee living in her palace of royal jelly. No! They will be free bees, free to flutter carelessly in the breeze wherever they please and die in peace. And if you do not support a bee's right to abandon their evolutionary programming and live as they please, you're a Tory. It's cookie cakes! It's cookie cakes! Whisk it up! Whisk it up!
Oh, boys.
What's in the box? I can't find it! I can't find it! Ah! Ah! I'm beautiful! Whisk it up! Just make the fucking... Bring me the women!
Oh my god, it's a fucking corpse! Am I that guy from YouTube?
Hello? Hello? Okay, thank you. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. What a goddamn mess. Hi. So, obviously we finished the first half on a bit of a downer there. Sorry about that. Got a little bit carried away by all the doom and gloom, didn't we? And by we, I obviously mean I had a complete mental breakdown, but hey, it's all right. I've had a nice, good interval cry, and I did promise you guys that we were going to have a good night, so I think it is about time that we had a look at the sunny side of things. Fuck, wait, wrong one. Okay, there we go. Right. Look, I just got a little bit stressed because I feel like if literally any of that apocalyptic shit happens, we are 100% gonna panic, riot, and implode. No one is prepared. Whenever we have had a trial run of any doomsday scenario, it has been a complete disaster. Hypothetical example, let's say there's an airborne pathogen and we need to briefly stop socializing for a little bit. What do? Oh, I know, better buy 500 rolls of fucking toilet paper. The symptoms were losing your sense of taste and smell, not violent, unstoppable shitting. So I just feel like, for all of our sakes, before we start talking about how to postpone the apocalypse, we need to be clear what to do if, see, I said if and not when, the world ends. It is time for Danny's declassified post-apocalypse survival guide. So, the apocalypse happened. Hope you had a good one. And hey, whether it was rain, sun, nuclear war, or all the good people went to heaven and you got left behind because you know what you did, here you are amongst the ashes, the abandoned chihuahuas chewing the faces off their owners, and 200 orange cubes that are surely a metaphor for something. If we want to actually survive the end of the world, we need to stick together and follow these simple tips, which I believe are the real priorities. Are you ready? All right, here we go.
1.
You need to learn to wipe your ass with leaves. I am serious. Within 1 week of the supply chain shutting down, 1% of the population will control 99% of the shaman. And you do not want to be left squatting in a bush without a plan, all right? You need to learn which leaves are non-toxic so you can be tickling your tush with genuine aloe vera, while Karen over there has got stinging nettles stuck to her sphincter.
Ouchie!
Next!
2.
You need to eat your neighbors before they eat you. I am serious. We have seen how people behave. When this shit goes down, people are gonna throw each other under the bus. And that is a waste of petrol and protein. So this is what you do. Invite your neighbors round for dinner. Answer the door with a knife. Bam! Whack them on the barbie, just like that. It is eat or be eaten. Look at the person sat next to you right now. Snack, am I right? Hell yeah. So just kill them, rip their skin off. You can make a nice leather coat or something. Sorry, is the vegan from earlier not enjoying this part? That's fine. Just kill the person next to you anyway. You can use their body to grow some beans or whatever the fuck you do. Next!
3.
Do not, I repeat, do not attempt to live in a Tesco. Everybody will have the same idea. Every little helps until there's a bloodbath by the hummus. Now, sure, day 1, it's probably safe to go loot something. What would you loot from a Tesco? Fish. Condoms? Priority. You can't eat well, you can eat condoms, just not in like a nutritional sense. Guys, if you want to survive the apocalypse, you need to hit up a Costco, okay? That is where you get shit in bulk. You walk into a Costco, it already looks like a prepper's apocalypse bunker. You walk in there thinking, I'm here for a lampshade, and you leave with a crate of 500,000 almonds and a giant teddy bear. Have you seen the giant bears that they sell at Costco? Right? You could cut one of those open, crawl inside it, and survive the nuclear winter. I personally always feel safe and warm when I'm inside a bear. Next!
4.
You need to practice a party trick for security and popularity. Something like playing the keyboard. And save it! I wanted a standing ovation, not that weak bullshit. Look, this is serious, okay? If it's either you or that adorable little child with a ribbon in their hair and there's only one space left on the rescue boat, you better pull out a damn good party trick if you want their seat on the boat, okay? I am talking a shadow puppet recreation of the entire Fast and Furious franchise. You need to drop and do the WAP like that, or at least 4 K-pop dance routines. Hey, anyone here ever learned to play the recorder when they were a kid? Yeah. What a fucking waste of time. Not anymore. Hollow out a cucumber. Doot-dilla-doot-doo. You are the Ariana Grande of the new world. I've got a really weird party trick. Do you want to see it? All right. I can spin both of my wrists around 360 degrees. Who wants to touch me, huh? Woo! Okay, you. All right, here you come. Right, I'm gonna do this one like this. Could you, oh fuck, yeah. Right, can you do this one, please? Just pull it towards you.
Like to me?
Yep, to you. The other way, babe. No, it's okay, that's fine, yeah. Bit more.
This is fine.
Yeah, keep more. Oh, yeah. All right, now let people see what's going on. Back up a bit.
Okay.
high five! Hell yeah! I'm not sure what that is actually useful for, other than performing really disturbing hand jobs, but there we go. Hey, my seat on that rescue boat is secured. Next.
5.
You need to learn to improvise weapons out of everyday objects. You watch these zombie movies, people are rocking up with chainsaws, baseball bats. Do I look like someone that's ever owned a power tool or sport object in my entire life? No. Do you know what I do have? An apartment filled with miscellaneous stylish accessories that with a little bit of creative thinking can all be weapons of mass destruction. Has anyone here got a clearly dead cactus that they forgot about for several months in the corner of their club? We all do. Put that bitch on the end of a mop, bam, there you go. Say hello to my little prick. Don't have body armor, don't need it. Thumbtacks, glue them to your forehead when the zombies try to nibble you. Just like that. Don't have a gas-guzzling all-terrain vehicle to ride across the wasteland? Don't need it. Kitchen knives stuck to the wheels of a micro-scooter, Roman chariot. You see what I'm talking about? When this apocalypse happens, you are gonna catch me thumbtacked the fuck up, double-fisting cacti, riding my knife scooter, screaming, "Fear me!" You don't need to actually pose a threat to anyone. You just need to look like someone that shops at TK Mad Max. Okay, and there we go. If you can stick to these simple, sensible pieces of advice, you might actually survive a week. Although, let's be honest, as soon as the mobile data cuts out, we are all going to scream until our hearts voluntarily stop. Are you happy with the plan? Yeah? All right. All that we're left at that point is to blame someone for what happened to the world so that the angry mobs chase them instead of you. Look, hey, I think that blame is quite important in society. Not necessarily like accountability or justice. We just all want to blame someone for our problems that isn't ourselves, because guilt is an uncomfortable feeling. It stops us from moving on with our lives. And if we've got a new world to build, we can't be wasting time feeling bad about what we all did. What we need to do is agree on a couple of scapegoats that can tick the blame box for all of us, and we'll just get on with shit. What we need is a public trial. And if we are gonna have a trial, we need a judge. Look, we rented the dramatic entrance elevator. I am going to use it more than once, yeah? Welcome to the blame game. Yes. As you can see, this is obviously all just an excuse for me to live my Legally Blonde fantasy. In case you weren't aware, before I became the world's saddest clown, it was originally my dream to pursue a career in law. Only to be let down by a lack of effort, qualifications, and intelligence, but here we are. Also, I got one of these, so if you start acting up, I'll hit you with the order. Right, let's get this shit over with. Good morning, guilt-ridden cockroaches of the scorched earth, AKA Dan Howell fans. Today, we are calling the case of the century, the remaining people of Earth versus the bringers of the apocalypse. Will the jury, that is you guys, please stand and raise your right hands? Or just put your fucking hands up then, you lazy fuckers. Okay, thank you, all two of you. Do you swear to fairly try this case before the court, to return order? Do you swear to fairly try this case before the court, to return a true verdict according to the evidence, and to never kink shame Dan even if one day he unironically comes out as a furry? Order, order, order. Okay, fine, you may be seated. Jesus Christ. It is that easy to start a cult, huh? Say yes. Say, Dan is great and I'm having the best night of my life. say Rishi Sunak is evil, but he's kind of a daddy in TBH I would. Okay, no, fine. The question before the court today is who is responsible for the end of the world? We have a selection of suspects, witnesses, defendants. I dropped out, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And it will be your job to decide if they will be given freedom or if they will be fired. For in line with a humane approach to sentencing, guilty parties will be loaded into a rocket and fired directly into the sun. No appeals. Ooh. Are you ready for justice? All right. First to the dock. Elon Musk. Hereafter referred to as the Muskrat. What a knob. Oh, Elon, he could have just been a quiet apartheid Nepo baby, peacefully building exploding cars and going to space, and then he bought Twitter. And no, I will never in my fucking life refer to it as X. X, Jesus. The jump scares I give myself daily when I open my phone and think I've left porn open. I wish. Pornhub is significantly better for your mental health than Twitter, and the discourse in the comments is way less toxic. Now, hey, there are some people that should just never put their stream of consciousness onto the internet. Elon, Kanye, Trump, me. And now, Elon's entire legacy is just being a little fashy internet troll that lost $25 billion trying to buy popularity. Yikes! But hey, is he a revolutionary futurist thinker or just a next generation billionaire psychopath? Freedom or fire? Fire! Woo! He wants us to live on Mars, he can go get in the fucking sun. Next. Ricky Gervais. Hereafter referred to as the bleating bullsack. What is it with these sad male comedians like Ricky and Dave Chappelle that build their whole careers punching up at the people in power, and as soon as they become rich and powerful, they think, oh, who should I punch next? Trans kids. It is fucking depressing. Ricky, if you are so desperate to punch down at somebody, please punch the unborn children in your quivering emasculated testicles so the world can be spared any more of you. It'll be like when my family dog got snipped. He was lovely afterwards, much less transphobic. But hey, Ricky was a legend. He created The Office. He roasted the fuck out of all those lizard people at the Golden Globes. But is he now just a sad old man shouting at the clouds? Freedom or fire? Fire! Woo! Hey, Afterlife was a good show, and now he's in it. Next! Peppa Pig! Hereafter referred to as the bacon bitch. This snorting little fuckwit is the head of a billion-dollar media conglomerate poisoning the mind of every child into demanding a plastic toy. She is truly the Ellen DeGeneres of children's television. Because of the attitude, I'm not saying she's a lesbian, okay? Although her and Susie Sheep, you know what I'm saying? But hey, is she just an innocent little piglet, or is this capitalism masquerading as education? Freedom or fire? Oh, a bit mixed. Okay, fuck it, fire. Oh. That's some roast pork. Next, Joe Rogan, hereafter referred to as King Needle Dick. If you go on a date with someone who listens to Joe Rogan's podcast, you are about to have the worst sexual experience of your life. 20 seconds of violent missionary followed by 2 hours of pillow talk about horse medicine. Swipe left. But hey, is he just a dude kicking it with the dudes? Or is he allowing the fringes of the far right to sneak into our society? What say you, freedom or fire? All right, gonna not look at any of the dudes in the room. Fire! Woo! Next, Alexander Orlov from Compare the Market. hereafter referred to as the mere cunt. This is an upper-class billionaire capitalist and obviously a puppet for Putin. How do we let our children embrace stuffed toys of this oligarch? Also, there is clearly a serious case of workplace bullying going on between him and Sergei. Either that or immense homoerotic tension. But hey, is he just a cute little critter, or is this the cute washing of the insurance industry? Freedom or fire? What? Freedom? Okay, sorry. Let me get this straight. He makes money off our pain, but it's okay, he's cute. Nice morality, London. Next. J.K. Rowling. Well, let's just call her artificial grass, because when we send her into the sun, she'll be astroturf. Expelliarmus! There we go. That was easy. Next. Kendall Jenner, hereafter referred to as Princess Pepsi. Nothing but product placement and nepotism. But hey, do we blame her for the sins of her mother? Did she have any choice but to become a privilege-flaunting, money-hoovering trash beast? Look, I get it. There are worse Kardashians. But this is the commodification of protest. Freedom or fire? Who shouted smash? No horny lesbians, that is not an option. No, no, go to horny jail. Okay, thank you. Fire! Next, Benedict Cumberbatch. When it was J.K. Rowling, it was so simple. Look, I get it, okay? I love a bit of Cumberbussy. I just feel like if we're trying to send the right kind of message with this thing, we need to fire someone posh into the sun, and he was just the first guy that came to mind. When I think about the wealthy, well-connected upbringings that some people get, it makes me kind of resentful. I don't know if these are the kinds of stories that we should be celebrating in our new world, but I feel your stares, okay? Don't get me wrong, I would let Doctor Strange explore me in 1,000 multiverses, all right? I would let Smaug the dragon call me a naughty little hobbit. I would let Sherlock crack my whittle wide open. But hey, is he just an adorable little crested pangling? Or is he everything that's wrong with society? Freedom or fire? Fucking Sherlock simps out in force. Fine, whatever, freedom, Jesus. Look, okay. We are drastically under quota right now. We need to start firing some people fast. It is time for a quick fire round. Piers Morgan. He started at the sun, now he's in the sun. Fire! Andrew Tate. Ooh, time to traffic himself into the stars. Fire! Azalea Banks. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Fire! Machine Gun Kelly. Here's your downfall right here, bitch. Fire. Mark Zuckerberg. He wants us to live in the metaverse. He can go live in the cold vacuum of space. Fire. The entirety of Fox News. Breaking news, you're fired. Vladimir Putin. Go occupy a blazing ball of gas, twat. Fire. Daniel Howell. Wait, what? Okay. Order. Okay, I see what's going on. I've lost the power hit. Take it easy, people. Look, you're not gonna fire me into the sun, are you? Fine, whatever, make your choice. A couple of you tried it, but they are not with you, okay? Fine, fuck it, fire. Really? Okay, no. Can I literally have one moment of dignity in my entire goddamn life? I thought you were all lesbians. And bisexual. Bisexual people aren't real. So that's it, huh? I'm responsible for the end of the world. I think about this a lot, actually. Every day when I'm mincing around my apartment, watering plants, I think, could I be doing more to stop all of this doom? And I just feel fucking useless. Oh, look, another horrible tragedy in the news. Time for Dan to post something on social media that shows that he's got the right opinion. Doing my part. When I first did this show in 2022, it was the invasion of Ukraine. And now, in 2024, it's Palestine. We share resources, we raise funds, we post and we protest in the desperate hope that the people in power at least pretend to give a shit. And sometimes it just feels pointless. I remember when it began in Ukraine, I did the thing. I used my platform. I posted a tweet in support. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. In support of Ukraine, just to be clear. Okay, thank you. And within seconds of posting it, one of those Twitter people popped up and said, well, Dan, literally doing the least. Like, sorry, what am I supposed to do right now? Swim over to Russia and personally punch Putin in the tip of his penis? He'd probably enjoy that. And yet, I agree with the Twitter person. What use are my words? There is a lovely, unnecessarily long word, hyper-normalization. If you use that on Words with Friends, you're a serial killer. It is the idea that as all of this doom continues to escalate, as all of these terrible, unbelievable things keep happening, eventually we will just think that it's normal. And that is the real terror. That one day we will just get used to bad things happening and think, as individuals, we stand no chance of making a difference. So we just lose interest in using our voices and become doomers. Now, when I think about words and individual impact, I remember how I had a really great time at school. One time always stands out. I was 14, sat at the front of a geography class, minding my own business, when some kid at the back shouts out that Dan Howell is a cocksucker, and everybody laughed. And I looked around to see my friends hanging their heads in shame, and nobody stood up for me. Now, to be fair to that guy, he had a point. I am a cocksucker. I just didn't know it yet, all right? Now, if he said that to me now, I'd be like, yeah, and what? Pfft. Sorry, I shouldn't speak with my mouth full. But the truth is, if just one person had said something to me as I was sat there feeling the stares of the class behind me, it might have made all the difference at a time that was almost the end of my story. Which is why I think that sometimes just words do matter. There is a benefit to getting online and saying the right thing, casting that bat virtue signal into the sky, because somebody out there might be looking for it. You never know if somebody in your life is struggling in silence, just looking for a sign that they are not alone or that they are welcome in the world, which is why I think everyone in this room is important. You are all so critically fucking essential to shaping the world around you with every opportunity you have to use your voice. Which is why, if we want to stop the doom, if we want to get enough people on our side to actually change anything, we have no choice but to keep using our voices. We have to do every little thing, even if it seems inconsequential. So yeah, you better fucking recycle, buy local, dive into the trenches of that Daily Mail Facebook post comment section and give them hell, all right? Now, I do think that there is an inevitable glimmer of hope for the future. Because quite simply, one day, all of the olds will die. Wait a minute. You're telling me right at the last second, the inevitability of death went from the thing that we're afraid of to the thing that we're rooting for? All right! Now, hey, don't get me wrong. Not all older people are planet destroyers. A couple of them are nice. Likewise, the younger generations are not perfect. We have plenty of influencers and incels using modern technology to make our favorite YA dystopias a reality. But overall, I truly believe that tired, salty millennials and chaotic Zoomers just want to fuck shit up. We're gonna do the opposite of the status quo just to piss people off. And I actually think that that is gonna work. So what do you say? Are you guys ready to fuck shit up? Fuck yeah. So that's it, huh? The day is saved, the end. Well, what I realized is the reason perhaps why I've been so obsessed with the doom is I am running from what's going on inside. I do sometimes wonder if my pessimistic perspective on the world might perhaps be a little self-destructive. After all, it is a lot easier to just scream, "We're all doomed," into the void than it is to actually do anything about it. I know from personal experience that sometimes being comfortable at rock bottom is easier than trying to pick yourselves back up. There have been several periods of my life where I have struggled seriously with depression. And who knows, maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's the irreparable trauma of internalized homophobia. Way! It's not Maybelline, but that's just my branding, right? I am Dan the Sad Clown. I'm just an existential dude, and somewhere under these 500 layers of irony, I'm fine, right? It's just what I say. It's not how I actually feel. Well, recently, I realized that is not the case. A couple of years ago, I got recommended a mood tracking app by my therapist where once a day you get this obnoxious notification to react from a selection of emojis to represent how you feel, to get some perspective on life. And I know what you're thinking, whoa, but Dan, you only use 3 emojis, skull, eggplant, and smiling cowboy hat. And you would be absolutely right. But I actually did this for over an entire year. Only recently, however, did I look back to see the big picture. Now, we have taken my actual emoji responses from the days I could be bothered to do it and put them on a non-branded app design, because it turns out some of these mental health wellness meditation apps will sue a bitch with no hesitation. Namaste. But hey, why don't we see how Dan felt? All right, day one, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, it's not that bad, all right? It's not super duper sad. It's not angry, just a bleak fucking stare with a slightly downturned mouth. Okay, not a good start. Next day, what do we got? Oh, steam coming out the nose. All right. Did Dan have a steamy encounter with someone? Nope. Did I see a TikTok that made me want to end all of humanity? Probably. Next day, what do we got? Let's see. Happy! God, finally! Happy on a Saturday. What happened? Did I find out Avril Lavigne is still alive? I will be honest, I have a Saturday ritual, which I call Friday, which obviously makes no sense, but every Saturday I order fries because nothing makes me happier in this world than shoving a potato in my hole, all right? That is an emotional hole, just to be clear, yeah? But what about the rest of the month, huh? Let's see. All right, we've got some zuzzes, a lot of generally aggressive eyebrow geometry. That makes me look like a right miserable bitch, huh? But hey, I'm sure we all remember how fun life was at the start of 2021. But what about looking at the whole year? I will be honest. The first time that I actually looked back at that, it kind of fucked me up. I was just thinking, damn, is this it? Is this my life? Every single day I feel like shit. Despite all the therapy and all the time that's passed, I still can't shake this feeling. I'm so stressed about how terrible the world is, and I've got so much guilt about my part in it that I can't even enjoy the good times when they come. I started to feel like, if this is how I feel every single day, and it looks like that is never going to change, I don't really know if I care about being here anymore. And I just wondered, how the hell did I get here? So I decided to look back into my past for answers, which can be hard unless you happened to post most of your life on the internet. And I watched my old YouTube videos. Now, no one should have to do that, okay? I'm very sorry that I put any of you through it, but I figured, hey, if I'm here, I might as well be honest with myself. And so I dug into the archives, and I found Teenage Dan. Do you remember Hello Internet? There I was, 18 years old, just your average, closeted, Caucasian British boy with a problematic vocabulary, just wanting desperately to be liked. I then saw myself age 20 as a student. Not that I was actually studying anything other than the male anatomy. I had no plan, no prospects. I was in desperate need of a haircut, Jesus Christ. No, look. That was not a hairstyle, that was geometry. My head was a square. I then saw myself age 22 as an adult, just trying to make my way in the world, taking any job that I could, no matter how inauthentic or degrading. And look, I don't hate these past versions of myself, all right? Apart from the square one, I can get in the fucking bin. Mainly, I just feel sorry that it took them so long to work out who they are. I then stumbled across the video titled Existential Crisis, in which I uttered the optimistically nihilistic epithet, embrace the void and have the courage to exist. Embrace the void and have the courage to exist. It sounded nice when I said it, but for some reason, it just didn't hit. I had accepted the absurdity of the world, but at that time, I hadn't accepted myself. Looking back at it, it finally clicked. Anyone that has suffered with depression or any kind of trauma that seriously affects your self-worth hopes that one day you are going to have this sudden revelation and then everything is fine. And look, I had my revelation, all right. I am unapologetically gay. But don't know if you hadn't picked up on that so far in the show. But just having this revelation did not immediately fix all of my problems, because I still feel that inherent burnt-on brand that I am wrong. And that doesn't just go away. No, I know what my problem is, all right? My problem is I am always living for the future. Every day I'm thinking about this dream future where all of my dreams have come true, all of my problems have gone, and everything's fine. And so every day in the present of my life can be this joyless, unrelenting grind towards that future. But it's okay, because it's going to come any day, right? Learning to look at yourself in the mirror, be honest about what you've been through, and keep living in spite of that can be hard. It takes a long time and a relentless, persistent resistance against the way that you have been trained to feel by the world. But that doesn't mean you should just give up. Because sure, sometimes in life you might feel trapped. I felt trapped by my sexuality. You could feel trapped by your culture or your community. Hell, you could be literally trapped in an elevator, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try to get out. Because sure, when I look at the state of the world, I am very tempted to just go, you know what? We're all doomed. But that isn't courageous. That is cowardly. It's the easy way out. Even if it is, as I hope you would all agree, a really fucking cool name for a show. So that's the thing. You can either say to yourself, that's it. Every day is just a discontent emoji, or you can find the courage to force your inner smiling cowboy hat out, ye motherfucking ha, and just try to find the joy in everyday life, which is why I made the show. So I'm not living in the future, but I am just right here, right now, with you, just trying to have one good night. And look, hey, who knows her? We may all be doomed. Death may be inevitable, but first, we get to live. Life might at times be a struggle, but just being here to put one foot in front of the other every day is living. So please, do not let the doom drag you down, because you are important. You matter. Please stay hopeful for the future. Appreciate life. Embrace the void, and have the courage to exist.
I want your help. I want to see the things that make you happy, even when it feels like the world is falling apart. The small, everyday moments that made you feel like it was worth keeping going.
Happy birthday to you.
What?
Thank you. Good night.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid.